literally on day 6 hair. I'm dead to the world, you guys. Look at my ring. On my middle finger, not my ring finger. I'm not getting married, you guys. I feel like I have to do like really weird things with my hands because I mean, with this type of glitz, you gotta be glamorous. Maybe I shouldn't move my hands like that. These are my massage hands. I can't afford to get carpal tunnel from trying to be fancy. I once had an Italian guy ask me if I was Italian because of how much I move my hands when I talk. I wonder if I'd make a good mime. What do y'all think? Hey guys, my name is Cameron and welcome back to my channel, Which Way to Wiccan, where we talk about all things love, light, and especially tarot. So guys, today we are going to be finding out what about you shocks people. Okay, so as people look at you, as they get to know you, what is it about you that is so shocking to them? So if that sounds as fun and fabulous to you as it does to me, then let's go ahead and get into your reading today by taking a look at your group picks. So for group number 1, we have the rubbed sage coming through. For group number 2, we have the cayenne making an appearance. And last, but especially not least, we have the ground cinnamon coming through. So guys, I want you to go ahead and take a very big deep breath in. And now I want you to please let it out. And now I want you to close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, I want you to think about what people think about you. What is it about you that is so shocking to others? Now, whenever you feel ready, please open your eyes, and whichever powder or seasoning your eyes lands on first, then that, my dear, is going to be the reading for you today. Now, if you feel called to more than one spice here, then definitely feel free to check out those extra messages as well. And as always, I will have the timestamps listed down in the description box below. So, let's go ahead and get into your reading today, friends. Hello, group 1. So, if you felt called to the rubbed sage today, then hi, hello, my name is Cameron, and I'm so happy to welcome you here to my side of TarotTube. So, I'm going to go ahead and place this off to the side like so, and let's start shuffling through these cards. So obviously, while I am shuffling these cards, I do have to kind of toot my own horn, okay? I don't know if I'm using that reference right or not, but whatever, we're just gonna go with it, okay? So if you are new here, or you've been here before, I want you to go ahead and stop what you are doing right now, like this video, and subscribe for more videos like this, because if you are someone who loves a bit of chaotic energy, if you are someone who likes to watch someone be silly like me, I'm always silly, I'm always doing crazy things, then this is the perfect channel for you, because I love just being fun and being able to make fun of myself so that I can give you guys a fun and happy experience. But anyways, you guys, let's go ahead and take a look at your tarot cards. So Spirit, we're trying to find out, what is it about group 1 that shocks people, okay? What shocks people? Hopefully it's not your breath. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. It could be that maybe you have like a brash type of personality. I'm kind of hearing that you are someone who's very humorous and sarcastic. And so yeah, I definitely think that that is something that shocks people. It's your sense of humor, okay? I think that just the very things that come out of your mouth is just very shocking, because you don't hold anything back. And it's almost like I'm thinking of like Jack Black and of Jim Carrey, how they just say like I'm thinking of Amy Schumer too, how they'll just say like the craziest things, like it'll just come out of their mouth, but it's funny and people like it and they kind of vibe with it. So if you're resonating with that message, then definitely know that you're in the right reading today. But let's go ahead and take a look at your cards here. I'm definitely picking up on like fire energy as well, so you could be a fire sign, sun, moon, rising, or in Venus. So I'm talking about Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. There we go. Yeah, literally as I'm saying that, look, we have the King of Wands coming through. I love that. I love these synchronicities. So yeah, with the King of Wands coming through, I'm definitely hearing that what shocks people about you is just how passionate you are. You are someone who follows your heart. And that is the big thing about people who come from like that wands type of energy that picks up on like fire energy. And fire signs, they're just so passionate. They're so passionate, and they really live through their heart. Like they allow their heart to make choices for them, to make decisions and to guide them. And so these people are truly living like an impassioned type of life. And I think that that is so beautiful. And I think that other people find that to be very beautiful, very charming, and very shocking as well, because there are so many people in this world who feel like they have to do, they feel like they have to kind of live by society's rules. They feel like they have to be very serious and just do like just live a very realistic lifestyle, in the way that, I mean, in order to make money and to support a family, if that is what you want, you've got to go and get like a 9-to-5 job. But I feel like you are not like that. You are someone who wants to follow your heart. You don't want to follow your mind, per se, your brain. You just want to do what makes you happy. And you know, for some of you guys, maybe living or having a 9-to-5 job may not be what's best for you. It may not be what would make you feel like you could grow, right? And so I could see some of you guys just having a very unique type of job or a unique lifestyle. Okay, so if you don't have a super unique job, let's say you are working a 9-to-5 job, then it could be that maybe you have very different hobbies that are just not your run-of-the-mill type of hobby. So instead of like being someone who likes to read a book, or being someone who likes to watch like movies or Netflix in their free time, you could be someone who likes to go skydiving, or maybe you like to go karaokeing or something like that. I feel like there's just something very unique about you. There's something that really stands out about the way that you live your life, and it could be related to your hobbies, it could be related to your job, it could be related to your style, the way you express yourself. It could be related to so many different things, but whatever it is that makes you like so unique, whatever unique thing that you are interested in, it shocks people. It shocks people to find out that you have this side to you, and that you are not afraid to kind of just be your own person. You're not afraid to live your own true and authentic life. And that is very shocking to people, because so many people like to fit in, so many people like to blend, so many people like to just do what everyone else is doing. They want to fit in, right? But you're not like that. You're not like that at all. You like to be your own person. You like to be very unique and very authentic, and people are very shocked by that. Now, we also have the Queen of Cups coming through, so you could have some water energy in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, or in Venus. I'm so sorry, guys. My nose is like so itchy right now. I don't know what it is, but whenever I make videos, like all of a sudden I'm so aware of my nose and it just gets so itchy. Maybe it's just a me thing. I don't know. But you could be a water sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, or in Venus. So I'm talking about Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. But with this also coming through, I think that, like I was saying before, you could have a very brash type of sense of humor. You could be someone who's super out there and you say like wild things. And so what shocks people is that underneath that like brashiness, underneath that like sassy, feisty type of sense of humor, there is a very soft and kind soul. You are someone who is very caring to your friends and your families. I mean, like I was saying before, you follow your heart and you allow your heart to make like all the big moves and the big decisions for you. And because you allow your heart to really shine through so much, you have so much love to give to people. And if your heart is telling you to be there for someone, if it is calling you to help someone out, like, you will go above and beyond for your friends and your family members, or maybe even a random stranger on the street. You listen to your heart. You go where your heart is leading you. And if you feel like your heart is leading you to help a stranger on the street, to maybe donate to a cause that you care about or that you just found out about, like, you will do it. And so that softer side of you, that side that just cares so much about people, it is very disarming to others, because I feel like when people first meet you, they see that like fiery, out there, brash exterior, and they don't even realize that there is this like soft, sticky, sweet type of ooey gooey center that you have. And people find that to be very shocking, but they also find that to be like a good type of shocking, right? They are pleasantly surprised whenever they see that side to you. And I just think that that is so sweet. There is this like kind of like mothering type of energy from you. You're very motherly. You just care about people, and there's this side to you that likes to nurture others. And so I do think that you like to take care of people in general. You like to be there for others. I could see you being someone who maybe in your free time likes to devote time to going to the food bank to help others, if that is a cause that you feel called to go to, right? It could be that maybe you like to go and take care of baby birds or something at like bird shelters. Maybe you like to go and support like autistic people in different like centers dedicated to people with autism. There's just something about you here. You like to nurture, you like to take care of people and foster a sense of love and community, okay? It could be that maybe you're like a pivotal figure in your church if you decide to go to church. You could be someone who maybe likes to do like little league church Bible camps or something, or you could have like a role in your church. I just see you being involved in your community. You're involved in causes that you feel called to support. And when people find out that you have this side to you, they're very pleasantly shocked and surprised by it. We have the Chariot coming through. Yeah, literally. You're very bold. You're very, very bold. And I feel like it's funny because I don't see this as being super shocking in a way. I don't know how this shocks people, because I feel like you just embody this very like emboldened type of energy. But it could be that people, like, they see you as someone who is super bold. They see you as someone who follows your heart. Like, as they get to know you, they see this side to you. But it just shocks them how above and beyond you would go. It shocks people just how bold you are. You just go the extra mile in all of your pursuits. You are someone who, once you decide to help someone, once you decide to go after a certain job pursuit, once you set your mind on something, you will go above and beyond to go after those things and finish those things. And that just really shocks people, because you are someone who, not only do you like verbalize and vocalize what it is that you want, what it is that you're going to go after here, but you actually go after it. And there's so many people in this world, in our society, who are always talking about the things they want, what they want to go after here, but it's just that it's all just talk and no action. And yet you are all freaking action, baby, okay? Yeah. And then we have the Queen of Wands. Oh my gosh, guys. We've got the Queen. So much Wands energy. Yeah, you could definitely be a fire sign, group 1. There's so much fire energy coming through here. You are just very adventurous. You're very spontaneous. You listen to your heart. And I just think that that side to you, it just always surprises people. Like, yeah, they see that side to you when they meet you. Like, as they get to know you, they're like, yeah, this person's very bold. But you just continuously shock people by just how bold you are, by just how adventurous you are. You're always shocking people just with your own personality. Like, it's just so, like, people never know what to expect from you. People never know what's going to come out of your mouth, but people are here for it. They love it. And I'm definitely hearing that you're a really big family person. You're a very, very big family person. Family is important to you, and I guess that side to you, that loving side to you, really shocks people. Just how loyal you are. It's very shocking, okay? But it's a good type of shock, obviously. But let's go ahead and see what else wants to come through here. For group 1, Spirit, what shocks people about my group 1 folks? Beautiful. That is a beautiful card. And that honestly makes a lot of sense with this reading, with what I've been saying. We will talk about that card in a second. Let's just see what else is coming through here for group 1. What shocks people? What shocks people about my group 1 folks? Can we get maybe 1 or 2 more cards here? Ah! Okay, that card came through. I don't know why I screamed like that. Again, I'm very chaotic, guys. Alrighty. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I like this. Okay. So we have Healer coming through, and it says a passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit, an ability to help transform pain into healing. We've got Recovery, Fate with Aline Chang. And then we have the Apple card coming through. Okay, you guys, so with Healer and Recovery, I feel like these cards go really well together. Again, like I was saying before, you're very nurturing. There is a very sweet, kind, and loving side to you. There's such a softer side to you that people maybe don't always realize is there until they get to know you, right? Because again, people are just always confronted by this super brash side to you, this bold side to you, this just larger than life type of personality that you have. People don't realize just how soft you are, how soft, that soft gooey center that you have. But as they get to know you, they see that you are just a woman or man of the people. You like to help people. You like to be there for others. You are just always, like, I feel like anytime you see anyone in need, even if you don't know them that well, like, you will go out of your way to help them, because that is just part of your nature, and that is something that shocks people. That shocks a lot of people, and they just find that to be a very beautiful trait, a very incredible trait that you have. I also feel like with the Fate card coming through, you believe in fate. I think that you're a big believer in fate, in the universe. You feel like everything happens for a reason, and I don't know, maybe that shocks people about you, that you believe in fate, because at the end of the day, you just seem like someone who, like, it's like you make your own fate. That's the type of personality you seem to, like, resonate or reflect to others. You just seem like somebody who, you decide what you want and then you go after it. So it's like you make your own fate. But at the end of the day, as they get to know you, they start to realize that even though you're a very, like, action-oriented person, even though you go after the things that you desire for in this life, you still believe in this, like, in this way of the universe. You believe that God will lead you to places where you're meant to go. You believe that everything happens for a reason. You believe that the people who you meet in your life, you were meant to meet, you were designed to meet. And that type of spiritual energy that you seem to embody, those beliefs that you have, it is kind of shocking to people. because they just don't see that side of you until they see it. But anyways, last but not least, we have Apple coming through. This makes me think about knowledge, okay? I think that people are shocked by just how much knowledge you have. They are shocked by how intelligent you are, because at the end of the day, people see you as someone who's very ruled by your heart. You follow your heart. And so people do see you as someone who is a bit more like emotional. You're like a feely type of person. You go off of your feelings. And so people are surprised to realize that not only are you an emotional person who follows your heart, but you are also just very intelligent, very knowledgeable about so many things. And I just think that the knowledge that you seem to have, the wisdom that you have, is kind of shocking to others, which is interesting. I'm also hearing that you might have like some forbidden things that you like, that you are interested in. It could be that maybe you have some like forbidden appetites. Maybe you like to get kind of wild in the bedroom. Maybe you're into like some BDSM or something like that. But there is something coming through here where you are drawn to like the forbidden type of thing, forbidden things, and those proclivities that you have as people get to know you, as they find out about these things that you're into, they're very shocked by it. They're like, oh, hold my pearls. I can't believe what I'm hearing. So I don't know what it is that you're into that's known as being like forbidden. You should definitely comment down below. Although if it's forbidden, I feel like that's more like a secret that you kind of keep close to your chest. But if you are okay with unveiling all your secrets on the internet, then I would definitely like to know more about this, because I am intrigued myself. I want to know what forbidden appetites you have. But anyways, you guys, that is what I'm seeing for you. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a very big like and to subscribe to my channel, because I post new videos every Monday and every Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TerraTube again sometime. Okay, so I love you all so much, and I hope that you have a beautiful, lovely rest of your day, friends. Mwah. Bye. Hello, group 2. So if you felt called to the Cayenne pupper here today, then hi, hello, my name is Cameron, and I want to welcome you to my side of TerraTube. Okay, so whether or not you have been here before, or if you're new here, if you like my vibe, if you like my personality, then stop what you are doing and subscribe, because I am this chaotic all of the freaking time, and if that is something that you are into, then come hang out with me. Come hang out with me again sometime, okay? But anyways, you guys, let's take a look at your messages here. So we are trying to find out, what is it about you that shocks people the most, okay? What is it about you that is so shocking to others? Let's see what is coming through. Ooh, okay. I don't know why, but I'm thinking of The Little Mermaid. And I'm thinking of her singing the song, part of your world, wish I could be, that song, you know? And so it could be, what shocks people about you is I feel like you are someone who is not afraid to go places even where you feel like you may not belong, if that makes sense. You like to maybe explore new cultures, make new like friend groups. You are just very interested and curious about the whole world around you and everyone that's in it. And I feel like you are not afraid to go places, even if you feel like you don't necessarily fit in to those places. Okay, so guys, that's like 2 cards. I wanna just get one of these cards. Spirit, just one of these cards. Oh, there we go. You know what? No, that card went back in the deck, so we're gonna take this card. But anyways, it could be, let's say, I don't know, let's relate this to high school, okay? Because in high school, there's all those cliques and whatnot. So let's say that you were part of like the cheerleading squad, okay? Now you would never catch a cheerleader, or if we're really talking about like true high school cliques, you would never catch a cheerleader hanging out with the so-called geeks or the nerds, right? But maybe you were someone that would go to chess club and hang out with all the chess geeks or whatnot, because you just wanted to get to know people, and maybe you wanted to learn about chess, and you just wanted to see a different side to your high school experience, right? You wanted to see a different side to people, okay? So that is just like one example, and that's like a silly example to be exact, but I just feel like you are someone who is constantly trying to become a part of other people's worlds. You are constantly trying to learn more and see more and experience more, and so I definitely see you as being someone who's quite sociable, quite friendly. You just like to put yourself out there, and that quality that you have is very shocking to people, because there are not a lot of people that are able to do those things. There are a lot of people that are shy, or that are just afraid to go into situations where they don't know anyone, where they know they will be almost like alone in a way, and yet that doesn't make you afraid. Or if you do get nervous, it's like a good kind of nervous, like you get excited about meeting new people, and you are excited about learning more about others and just being able to live your life and just experiencing life in other ways. So yeah, that quality that you have is very shocking to others. Let's take a look at your cards here. So what is shocking about you? Wow. Okay, this is interesting. This is adding so much more depth to this reading as well, and I love this. So first of all, we have the Nine of Swords coming through. We've got the King of Cups, so some water energy making an appearance. You could be a water sign. I am talking about Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We also have Knight of Swords, so that's air energy. You could be an air sign. That is Libra, Aquarius, and what's my other beautiful air sign? Gemini. And then last but not least, we have Temperance, and that talks about Sagittarius energy, so you could be a Sagittarius. Alrighty, you guys. So what is so shocking about you? I definitely feel like when people meet you, they see this side to you that's, you just seem very calm. You seem calm all the time with the Temperance card coming through. You seem very calm, very level-headed, but you also seem like someone who, again, is like not afraid to go out and meet new people. And whenever you throw yourself into new like social situations, new social scenarios, whenever you go out and meet people who are just totally different from you, you seem very calm, you seem very collected, and you seem very confident. And people find that to be very incredible. But what is so shocking though, is that I feel like even though you portray yourself as being very calm, very collected, very confident, there is this side to you that does kind of show you as having some anxiety that you have to struggle with. I do think for some of you guys, you might actually have a ton of social anxiety. You might be afraid to put yourself out there. But at the end of the day, because you are so excited about learning new things, because you are so excited about meeting new people, you are able to overcome those emotions, those overwhelming emotions, that anxiety, or you're at least able to put on a strong front, put on this calm front, and make people think that you're not like freaking out in the inside. And so whenever people get to know you and they see this side to you, they see that you do struggle with a lot of social anxiety, a lot of just anxiety in general, I feel like you struggle with a lot of doubts. You doubt yourself a lot. That is something that is very, very shocking to people, because you just don't seem like you struggle with anything internally at all. You just seem like someone who's very confident, who is very in control of their life. You just seem like you just seem very confident, right? You seem very confident, very calm, very collected. And so for people to see this side to you, to know that you struggle with your own doubts, to know that you are just human like everyone else, it's very surprising and very shocking to people. But what is also so shocking to people is how, even though you have these struggles, even though you are human like the rest of us, you still have this like inhuman ability, this amazing ability to be able to kind of feel these emotions and just let it go and let it flow, if that makes any sense. You're very emotionally mature. You're very aware of your emotions, and you're able to feel them and just release them as well. And so that's kind of like such an interesting, like, contradictory type of message coming through, because even though you struggle with a lot of self-doubts, even though you have confidence issues, even though you may have a ton of anxiety, you are still able to kind of go with the flow, feel those emotions and release them. It's just very interesting, and people are definitely very intrigued by that. They're shocked to learn about how you have these doubts, and then they're also shocked to learn how you're able to manage them so well, right? Because I feel like you have a ton. I'm not lying to you guys. I think you have a ton of anxiety things that you have to deal with on the daily basis, and I think anyone else who is dealing with that type of anxiety, that type of stress, I think that they would just roll up in a ball and just give up on life. They would not want to go out and live, right? Because they are so paralyzed with that anxiety. Honestly, it could be that you might have, maybe you're OCD, or maybe you're a bit on like the spectrum, the autistic spectrum, or maybe I feel like there could be something for some of you guys that is underlining here that causes you to have this anxiety, that causes you to have these type of stressors, right? Maybe you grew up like in a very unstable home life or something like that, but there's just something coming through here that might cause you to have so much more stress than other people. But it's almost like you're able to mask these fears, you're able to mask this anxiety, and so whenever you finally do like take that mask off and people see this side to you, overall that is just so shocking to them. Okay? What is also very shocking about you too here that I didn't mention before is that I feel like you are just a very charming person. You're a very knowledgeable person, very witty, and so people are always shocked by like your little quips that you might say. I think that you shock people with just the way that you disarm others, like with your sense of humor, with your witty banter, and with the facts, all the facts, the unique things that you know about the world. Because like I was saying, you're very curious, you like to learn new things, and so I feel like you're an excellent storyteller, and you have like excellent, just so many stories to tell to people, because you're constantly going outside of your own world, and you're experiencing other people's worlds. And so because of that, you have so many unique stories, and people are always shocked by the stories that you have to say, because I feel like you have a lot of them. You have so many stories that is yet to be told. Oops, okay, not wanting to come through. And so people are always shocked by the stories that you have to say. Well, let's see what else wants to come through here. Yeah, look at this. Okay, so we have rabbit coming through. That honestly makes a lot of sense. When I think of rabbits for me, they seem like someone, like they seem kind of shy in a way. They're quiet, they're shy. And so, again, I feel like when people first meet you, they see you as someone who is quite social. They see you as someone who's very charming. They see you as someone who's very confident. But then as they get to know you, they see this like quieter, shyer side to you. They see this side to you where you have to deal with like daily stress every single day, daily like anxiety things that you have to deal with, right? And so that is just so shocking to them. We have priest coming through and lantern, as well as intrusion. I feel like these all go really well together because I feel like you are someone who people are shocked to find out that you have very intrusive thoughts. You struggle on the daily with like negative thoughts and really bad anxiety. And yet at the end of the day, you're able to overcome this anxiety by having a level of emotional maturity that shocks people, and by also like just kind of having a strong sense of faith. And as you're watching this reading, you might be, for some of you guys, maybe you don't believe in God. Maybe you don't subscribe to one certain religion. But at the end of the day, whether or not you have a certain religion that you are drawn towards, I just think that you still have this faith in the world, in people, in yourself. You have a strong sense of faith that everything will be okay, even if it feels like the world is crashing down around you and your own mind is about to combust. Like, you are still able to like handle these feelings with so much like maturity and so much like self-awareness. And you're just always able to find like the light at the end of the corner. And so at the end of the day, it is your positivity that you have, your hope that you have, that everything will be okay. It's the way that you are always able to turn any negative thought into a positive one that shocks people. People are just so shocked by the way that you are able to overcome these feelings on the daily. And that is so shocking to people, but also just so inspirational to others as well. People are just so inspired by you and how you are always able to turn any negative into a positive. And so, yeah, that is just really cool. And that's what I'm seeing for you. So, yeah, if you like this reading, please feel free to give me a very big like and to subscribe to this channel, because I post new videos every Monday and every Friday, and I would love to have you stop by the side of Tarot Tube again sometime. Okay? So I love you all so much, and I'll see you all next time. Mwah. Bye. Hola, group 3. So if you felt called to the cinnamon, the ground cinnamon, then hi. Hello, my name is Cameron, and I would love to welcome you to my side of Tarot Tube. Everything here is always fun and very wild and wonky, so if that is your vibe, then come join my tribe, okay? How about you like this video and subscribe for more readings like this where I'm being crazy and silly. But yeah, let's take a look and find out what is it about you that shocks people. Let's see what is so shocking about you. What is it that group 3 how does group 3 shock people? Sorry you guys, I feel like I'm fumbling over my sentences here. Wow, okay, we will talk about that in a second. Let's see what else is coming through here. Ooh, you guys, oh no, you guys. Okay. Oh no, indeed. But there is hope. Okay, there is hope. Alrighty. Okay. So what is it that shocks people so much about you? Let's get into it. So first of all, we have the 5 of Cups coming through. We've got the 5 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, the High Priestess, and last but not least, we have the 7 of Swords. So you guys, I feel like you are honestly in the closet, okay? You are in the closet, and the way that you closet a lot of your emotions and your feelings here, okay? I am hearing that to everyone who meets you, you just seem like Like on the outside, everything just seems so okay. Everything seems well. You seem like you're happy, you're living a really good life. But at the end of the day, I don't know if you are going through something right now as you are watching this reading, and that is what I'm picking up on and what other people are picking up on, or if you've been going through this for a really long time. But at the end of the day, I feel like people are really shocked to find out that what they see on the outside, they see a happy person who is living a good life. What they see on the outside isn't always what's going on in the inside. And I think that you are having a lot of anxiety. Every day you are finding so many reasons to be upset and to just be really sad about. You feel really stuck. And it could be that, I don't know, maybe you feel stuck in a relationship. Maybe you've been with someone for some time. Maybe you're married and you just feel like it's time to get a divorce, but you just can't get yourself to make that leap. You feel stuck in the situation. Maybe you have kids with someone and so you don't want to break up a family. It could be that maybe you feel stuck in a job. Okay? Maybe you want to stop working somewhere, but you need that stability, that income to be able to provide your lifestyle, right? I don't know what it is, but there's something here that is coming through where you're just not really happy. You're not really happy. And I think that people, they never see this side to you. And whenever they do see it, whenever they do find out that you're not really happy, that not all is as it seems, it's very shocking to them. But what is also very shocking is that I feel like you are quite a spiritual person, because we have the high priestess coming through. And I feel like that level of spirituality that you are drawn to, it's very shocking to others. I don't know, maybe people just see you as someone who's like very realistic, very grounded in the earth. And so whenever they find out that you have this like really big spiritual side to you, it's very shocking to them. So maybe it's that you're really into tarot, which makes sense because hello, you're here. Maybe you portray yourself as like a really strong Christian, and you know, in all intents and purposes, a traditional Christian wouldn't be caught dead watching a tarot reading, right? Because that's bad. That's like devil stuff, right? We all know that's not true, but that's what people think of us, right? And so maybe if people find out that you have that side to you, it's like really shocking to them. Or it could be that you just, maybe people don't realize that you're a super like big churchgoer or something like that, right? Maybe you just really like church, and I don't know, when people meet you, you just, I don't know, maybe you don't seem like a churchy type of individual or something, right? Maybe people think you wouldn't be caught dead going to a church on a Sunday. Okay, maybe they feel like you'd just be like at work, just working, right? Working like a worker bee. Because I do feel like you do come off as someone who is quite ambitious. You come off as someone who is really big about your work here. You could definitely be an earth sign, so Moon, Rising, or in Venus. So I'm talking about Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. We have some like Pisces and Cancerian energy coming through as well, so you could be one of those signs too. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, there is this like spiritual side to you that you have that really catches people off guard, and they're like, wow, okay, I didn't know that that person was that into the spiritual side of things. But I think that people are pleasantly surprised by it. They're like, oh, okay, that's a vibe that I like. But let's see what else wants to come through here. So for group 3, what is it that is so shocking about my group 3 folks? I think that card wanted to come through. By the way, I just wanted to give you my condolences. I am sorry if you are currently going through a hard time. I just want to let you know that, you know, being human and living in this life, we're gonna have good days and we're gonna have bad days, and sometimes those bad days can turn into bad months or bad years. I have had my fair share of harder times. My dad passed away. He got into an accident about a couple over 2 years ago. He got into an accident and left him paralyzed. And my mom and myself, we had to help take care of him. We were his caregivers. And when he passed away, that was really hard for me and hard for my mom, obviously. And for a while, we were going through a darker time. But because of that, going through that, we decided to go to school together, and we decided to get a massage therapy degree. And now we're both working, and we're able to meet new people. And so with that being said, I just want to let you know that everyone goes through hard moments, and I seem like someone who's a very happy person, and I feel like when people meet me, they would never think that I went through such a hard time, that my dad went through such a hard time. And so it is very shocking, and it makes me sad to even talk about this. But I just want to let you know that while I will never get over the loss of my father, I am still able to find a reason to be happy. I'm still able to find reasons to be excited. And I just want to let you know that this isn't forever. What you are going through, everything that happens, I feel like everything is like a wave. You will go through your lower moments, but you'll eventually go up that crest of that wave, and you'll experience higher moments as well. So I hope that you are able to have hope yourself, and just know everything will eventually be okay, all right? But anyways, let's see what wants to come through. So what is so shocking about you to other people? We have gossip. I honestly feel like the things that people find out about you, they probably do like kind of talk about it with other people. So if they find out that you're into tarot cards or whatever, they're like, oh my gosh, someone said, did you hear that this person's into group 3s, into tarot readings? Oh my gosh, that's so shocking, right? So I definitely am hearing that people are talking about you right now. They are talking about the things that shock them about you. We have courage coming through, and we have vision. That is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. So what is so shocking about you is that people find out that yes, you are going through a really, really, really hard time. You are struggling, and yet people are so shocked by just the courage that you have. They are so shocked by how you are able to go through these harder moments, and yet you are still able to have the courage to go out and to live, and to have this vision for yourself, this long-term vision. And I feel like you are someone who you're refusing to be stuck. You are refusing to be stunted, right? And so even if you do feel stuck, you are not going to stunt your growth. So what I mean by that is, let's say you put a plant out by a window. Obviously that plant can't move itself. The plant might feel stuck because maybe there's another part of the window that gets more light, and they want to go to that light, right? They want to move over there, but they can't move it. They can't really move themselves. They can try to like move their planty self. They can try to like kind of aim themselves toward the light, but they're not going to be able to actually move their physical plant self over there. Do you get what I'm saying, right? They can't move the actual vase. But at the end of the day, they're still gonna grow. They're still gonna grow. They're gonna get that light, and they're gonna have an abundance, right? Wherever they are, they're gonna make the most of it. And that is what is so shocking about people, is that you are like that. You make the most of what you are given, and you refuse to allow yourself to remain small. You refuse to allow yourself, even if you do feel stuck in all intents and purposes, you refuse to allow yourself to remain stunted of growth. You grow wherever you are. And that sense of hope, that sense of courage that you seem to have, that never give up type of mentality, it is so, so, so shocking. And people find that to be so incredible. You're just so courageous. You never give up. And so whenever people are gossiping about you, they are just saying so many lovely things. They are talking about how courageous you are, how amazing you are, how you grow wherever you are planted, and people just love that. They love that side to you. They are so shocked by just how strong you are overall. So yes, you guys, at the end of the day, that is what I'm seeing for you. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a really big like and to subscribe to my channel, because I post new videos every Monday and every Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of tarot to begin sometime. Okay, so I love y'all so much, and I hope that you have a lovely rest of your day, friends. Mwah. Bye.